Now, I'm not messing about when I say this. This week has been huge for transfers. We have seen many players be transferred this week. Confirmed ones, that's right, guys. This is a confirmed transfer episode. And today, we even have a bonus player, okay? So we have 6 players in today's episode we're going to look at who have actually moved to a brand new club this week. Very interesting ones. Very big transfers as well. Very good players, all right? It's a good episode. Now, I made a transfer rumor one up here. It's in the top right-hand corner. Maybe top left-hand corner. I'm not really sure. I'm going to put a card there. We can go over yesterday's video. Transfer rumors, that one. But like I say today, it is confirmed ones, okay? Now, if you guys want to see biggest transfer rumors of the week, drop a like and a thumbs up down below. I'll probably bring you up a video like Wednesday or something. So if we get 4,000 likes in this video, that video will come Wednesday. Now, what we're going to do, guys, is get into the first player as always. Now, Manchester United have made their first official signing of the transfer window, but, you know, we're waiting for a few things to happen, like medical and agreed, like personal terms and stuff. What we do know is that an agreed deal has been done. £31 million, okay, for Victor Lindelof. So Manchester United have agreed a deal to sign Sweden defender Victor Lindelof. Now, he becomes the 5th Swede, I think, to ever be signed for Man United. And apparently, all of the Swedes so far that have ever played for Man United haven't played long there. So hopefully, this guy can last a bit longer than a year or two at the club. Now, Man United themselves have come out and said the deal is done subject to international clearance. That's obviously one thing when you've got a player coming into the country. The agreement of personal terms, so that is all dependent on his wages, whether how much he wants to get paid, etc., bonuses. And then, of course, the medical, which footballers don't tend to really fail anymore. So this deal is as good as done. Now, yeah, this one was a bit dodgy one to really feature in this episode because transfer confirmed episode. You know, he's not 1,000,000% confirmed, but how can I not include this guy, okay? Man United have come out and said a deal has been agreed for this guy. It's just subject to medical. Like, it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. So, I'm a little bit premature, but hopefully you guys don't mind. That's right, £31 million. The deals are starting to roll in. That is the first player of this episode. Now, it's time to move into number 2. Now, for the second player, we've actually got a very good left back, and this guy's been linked with some really big clubs over the years, okay? We've got Rodriguez. He's gone to AC Milan on a 4-year deal. So that's right, the ex-Wolfsburg left-back Ricardo Rodriguez completed the transfer to AC Milan on a 4-year contract. So the Switzerland international, of course, he leaves the Volkswagen Arena after a successful 5.5 years there. He joined when he was 19 years of age. He's had a pretty good career at Wolfsburg. Now, this guy's gathered lots of interest in Europe over the seasons, alright? He's gathered interest from Arsenal. I think they were interested in him. Wolfsburg didn't really have a good season, did they? They nearly got relegated, so, you know, that is not a good sign for players. Like, if you're going to try and keep hold of your best players, nearly getting relegated isn't the best way. Now, obviously, they didn't really want to get relegated. They obviously didn't. They didn't want to get anywhere near as low as they did, but unfortunately for them, that has meant they've lost one of their best players. Now, he is 24 years of age. He's still pretty young. He's got a lot of years ahead of him. Like I say, he's been linked with Arsenal. He's been linked to a couple of clubs in the Premier League, I believe. But he's decided the best route for him is to go to Italy and AC Milan, who are spending quite big at the minute, alright? They're investing quite heavily in improving their team. They are interested in players like Diego Costa at the minute too. That'll feature probably in the transfer room episode this week if you want to see that. But yes, unfortunately, Arsenal fans, well, not unfortunately, because you signed Kolasinac, who's also a very good left back from the Bundesliga too, but you've missed out on this player. The third player is a player that's actually left the Premier League, alright? He's gone to a different league, but if he stayed at the club he was going to be at, he would have left the Premier League anyway, okay? Because he was at Hull, and now he's moved to Derby, and it is Curtis Davies. So the centre-back, he's had a few good years at Hull. He's had a very successful career at Hull. Like I say, he's actually done pretty well. He has gained interest from other Premier League clubs over the years, of course. Now, Derby are believed to have paid £500,000 for the centre-back, okay? The 32-year-old, okay? Which is not big money. He's had a 2-year deal, but like I say, he's 32 years of age. In his contract, there is an option for a 3rd year, so he potentially could be there for 3 years till he's 35, which makes him, you know, pretty old for a centre-back. But obviously, this guy's got a lot of experience, okay? He's got Premier League experience. He's got experience of Championship to the Premier League, right? He got Hull promoted. Not on his own, but, you know, he's been a part of that team that did get Hull promoted, so he does know what it takes in the team to get him up to the Premier League. Now, don't forget, guys, he actually captained Hull as well, so Hull have lost a pretty senior player. They've got relegated, and they've lost a pretty, like I say, senior player to another player now in the same league, which is pretty big. So, yep, he's going to be playing up against Hull very shortly. Now, let's move into the 4th player. For all you Bundesliga fans, okay? For all you German fans, and we've got Maximilian Philippe. Now, we know that Dortmund have a lot of talent going forward, okay? We've got Dembele, Aubameyang, Royce. They've got big talent. Obviously, Emery Moore, Kolasinac, is that how you pronounce his name? Now, they strengthen once again, okay, with Philippe. Now, this guy is a very good youngster. They have signed him on a 5-year deal, so it's a pretty big contract. Of course, if he's that talented, he's that young, of course he's going to get a massive contract. Now, apparently, according to this, he is fantastic, right? He's good with both feet, he's quick, he's got good turn of pace. They're saying he's the next Marco Reus. That's what they're exactly saying for him at Dortmund. Now, this is what he's come out and said, okay? It's hard to say no when Dortmund come knocking. They're one of the biggest clubs in Germany and in the whole world. I am just happy to have the honour of being here. You never know how often chances like this will come around. I think I'm old enough and mature enough to take this step. So yeah, I'm not being funny. If Dortmund comes calling for anyone, you're going to be interested, aren't you? It's quite flattering, one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Especially when this guy, he's a very very young talent. He knows that Dortmund do bring through some good players and good attacking players too. He could see himself fitting into the team quite well, but at the same time, because they got so much attacking talent, he could see himself potentially struggling to get into the team. Because I mentioned a few of the names earlier, right? They've got some big names up front. Emery Moore, really, really good young talent. Aubameyang, of course, you know, Bundesliga top goal scorer. Royce, you know, he's injured and stuff at the minute. Pulisic, is that the right guy? Is that the American guy I'm trying to think of there? And of course, Dembele, who's very, very good, highly rated, linked with loads of different clubs. So that's like 4 or 5. Can he get in above that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But good luck to this youngster. Hopefully he does well in the Bundesliga next year. Now, I've got something for you Brighton fans, okay? You've come up to the Premier League, so well done that season last year, the Championship. You've done very, very well. But you've also got yourself a new player. Hey, well, I've already featured 1 and 2 new Brighton players, but we've got a brand new one here today. And it goes by the name of a goalkeeper called Matthew Ryan, okay? This guy's signed from Valencia, which is pretty big. Big club. He made a big signing here. Now, Ryan, who of course is an Australian goalkeeper, is away in Australia on international duty at the minute. Still has to agree personal terms, but Brighton are confident and this will not be a stumbling block. Now, a 25-year-old moved to Valencia in 2015. He's made just 10 La Liga appearances in 2 years. He's been out on loan as well. Belgian side games and stuff, so maybe it's time to move on. He's not really getting any game time at Valencia, is he? But he's pretty experienced with international football as well. He's played over 30 times, I believe, for Australia, which is pretty impressive. But now, of course, he's come to the Premier League with Brighton, which I think is a very good transfer for them. They're getting a goalkeeper with lots of experience. He's played abroad, he's played in Valencia, he's played in Belgium as well. Like I say, he's played in Australia, for Australia. And it'll give Chris Hughton, you know, a bit more thinking to do next season. Who's he going to play in goal? You know, it's good options. You've got to have a couple of good goalkeepers in a team. Now, today's transfer, right, this happened today. This is brand new, brand spanking. If you're still watching this, guys, I want you to post Gnabry in the comments, right? Just the name. So I want to see who watches this long. So that's right, Serge Gnabry, ex-Arsenal player, has moved to Bayern Munich. Very surprising. This transfer was confirmed 3 hours ago, me making this video, guys. So you're getting the freshest news. This is today, Sunday. You're getting the freshest news ever. Now, Bayern Munich have signed former Arsenal winger Serge Gnabry on a 3-year deal. It's not really a massive contract, but he's only 21 years of age, which is a bit surprising. This guy's been about for ages. He burst on the scene quite early at Arsenal, so that's why he probably, you know, he's only 21. So, of course, he moved to West Brom on loan. Then he actually went to Werder Bremen last summer. He actually had a pretty good season as well. 11 goals in 27 games, which brought the attentions of Bayern Munich, of course. He's come out and said, "It's a great honour to be part of FC Bayern. Before me lies an exciting time, which I am very much looking forward to." And, of course, the Bayern Munich's chairman's come out and said, "We are delighted to see another young German national player in FC Bayern in Serge Gnabry. Serge has developed very well in Bremen." So, yes, guys, big transfers in today's episode. Lots of players. We've got 6 players we've taken a look at, and it's all been very interesting. We've got big transfers, you know, 30+ millions. We've got stuff that's happened today. Now, what I'm going to do is briefly go through the players and just give my quick opinion on it before we end the video. Lindelof to Man United. They need a centre-back. They need, you know, defensively. They've not been good enough for a few years now, so hopefully that can be a big improvement to them. This guy actually takes set pieces as well. There was a video or clip of him scoring a free kick the other day for Benfica, which was very good. I mean, very good. And then we've got Rodriguez, very good left back, very well experienced, been in the Bundesliga for a few years now. Arsenal missed out on him. Of course, he's going to do well at AC Milan. He's going to do well in Italy. We all know that. Curtis Davis to Derby. Now, I think that's a good signing from Derby, to be fair, because obviously they want to try and get promoted, and they've got a player that's done it before, very well experienced. Big loss for Hull, I do believe, but you know, at the same time, it's a game for Derby. Maximilian Philipp, I think this guy will do well at Dortmund if he gets into the team. They've got a lot of attacking options up top, but they're saying this guy's the next Marco Reus, so if he lives up to that, he's going to have loads of fun at Dortmund. Matthew Ryan, welcome another player to the Premier League, of course. Welcome Brighton to the Premier League mainly too. Now, gives Chris Hughton a lot of options who he's going to have in goal, so I think this is going to be a good signing for them. A very well experienced goalkeeper, especially internationally. Then we've got Gnabry, who's done very well previously in the Bundesliga for Werder Bremen. It's a no-brainer for Bayern Munich. You know, he's done well in the league. He's a good player. He's ex-Arsenal. It just makes complete sense, right? He's a German international. I think he'll do well. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please drop a like and a thumbs up down below. Let's try and get 4,000 likes on this video for another Transfer Rumour episode this Wednesday. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do 5 or 6 players on Wednesday too. So I did one yesterday. If you haven't seen it, there'll be a card in the top left, bottom right hand corner. My voice just keeps going. I'm pretty ill at the minute. So I want to take this minute as well to talk to you guys about maybe what I should do on my channel a bit more. Let me just move that over. So basically, you know, I've been doing a lot of transfer stuff in a minute. I've been doing a bit of FIFA 18 stuff, of course. The announcements come out, icons, legends, you know, Alex Hunter, Journey 2 with Ronaldo, whatever. But I want to know what you guys mainly want to see on the side of all that, okay? What do you want to see on the side of all that? Now, I could bring back Sunday League football, which is obviously something that I bought a little bit last season, but mainly the season before. I used to do really well on my channel, then I stopped because of the hassle of it. You know, so much hassle. You have to find cameramen. Obviously, you know, you have to run the team in the first place, which is already hard. So then to run the team and then, you know, get all the camera stuff behind it, it was quite tricky, you know. So, you know, big thumbs up to teams like Hashtag and stuff because they've done it pretty well. I wasn't trying trying to do anything like them, but I'm just saying, you know, in terms of running a team, getting the cameramen, getting all the team behind it, you know, getting all that together at one location, setting up and doing that weekly or whatever. It does take a lot of time and it does take a lot of commitment. Now, I don't have the luxury of having someone who's, you know, a cameraman near me. I don't really know anyone who's a cameraman. I need to try and find one who's like free every Sunday, because if that's the content you want to see on the side, that is the content I want to bring you. If you don't want to see it, I won't bring it. Now, to be fair, I think that's why I stopped making it, because a couple of people were going off it a little bit, so you guys weren't enjoying it too much, so I thought, you know what, we'll ease it for a little bit. Alright guys, take it easy. As always, peace.